Thanks to our friends over at Season of Mist for sending the new Lang Che. Brand damn new right here on Soundcheck. Very first time I think it's been played on radio. So, yeah, man, where are you hearing it first? Right here, man. Season of Mist, thanks so much for joining the Moose crew and the Soundcheck family. I'll be bringing you guys a bunch of Season of Mist releases in the future. So get ready for Soundcheck now that you've had your ass kicked by Lang Che. Yeah, pretty much just sit back and get ready. This show is going to be guitarded for real. This is for all you guitar lovers out there. Lots of 6-string, 7-string madness coming up. So, yeah, man, it's Soundcheck. Kick back, crack it open, and buckle it up, Buttercup, because here we go with Alphega on Soundcheck.
Chris from Cold Creature, and you're listening to the Metal Moon.
All the way from Australia, Cold Creature, calling in and leaving some messages for us. Very, very cool. So, listen, I just want to explain real quickly that I'm a guitar nerd. I've always loved shred and shrapnel and you know, everything that Shrapnel put out, from, you know, Driver with Tony McAlpine and, you know, Paul Gilbert and Racer X, and of course Friedman and Jason Becker and Vinnie Moore and all that kind of stuff. So this is one of those shows where it's kind of turned into a different world with this, you know, gent movement. And there's a lot of that low which is new to me. I'm still trying to grow accustomed to it, because I think that, you know, several years ago, melody and speed were your main factors in guitar music. And now it seems like polyrhythms and timekeeping seem to be such a big part of it. And I I've been listening to a lot of these kinds of bands. And I think melody has taken a backseat. That song has some good melody in it, some good orchestrations. One of the things I'm learning about is a lot of the times this is not a band. This is a guy with a, you know, like a drum machine and Cubase on his computer doing this stuff at home. The production is almost always flawless. Really, really good, intelligent stuff out there. And they've taken things to a different level with the polyrhythms and the way that they chop songs up. But I'm always still a sucker for for melody and a good shred, just rip your ass out guitar shredding. Which I didn't hear a lot of, like, completely blow my mind shred going on with that tune, but that doesn't make it any less impressive. So we got a lot to go here with a lot of guitar prowess. And I'll tell you guys right now, if you're liking the stuff you hear, make sure and check out Progtronics, which is where I got a lot of this music from. They put out some amazing comps. And it's just guitar players' dream, from jazz to metal. So amazing. Make sure and check out Progtronics. And my thanks as a guitar nerd for these comps and having fun with them. So Animatist, Twin Burrows. I think that's how you say it. Coming up right now. Buckle it up.
Hey, everyone. This is Richie from Grave Huffer, and you are listening to the Metal Moose.
for the latest in high-octane metal. Metal Moose. You've been weighed, you've been measured, you've been found wanting. Metal Moose. For the latest in high-octane metal. Metal Moose. Visit them on Facebook at Metal Moose Radio for weekly podcasts and more up-to-date information and events. Metal Up. Metal Moose.
All right. I know there's some guy out there who listens to Skinless and, you know, and like Cattle Decap, and he's like, what was that crap, man? Little bit of Al Di Meola, maybe Pat Metheny trio influenced free flow jazz going on right there. And here's the deal. I want to tell the the metalhead guitarist or the kid who wants to learn how to shred, or those guys that play this progressive kind of jazz, even just free flow jazz like that, are guitar stud muffins. So don't ever turn your cheek to it because it's not, or it's just not Jeff Loomis's. Just sit back and try to tab that song out and, get a little humbled with yourself, because there are guys like Chick Corea and Al Di Meola, like I mentioned before, who've been doing things on guitar that you have never even dreamt of doing, and you should totally respect them. Now, listen, I know this is a quote-unquote metal show, but this is the Guitarded episode, so I'm going to be playing a lot of guitar stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of metal ahead, but this is about guitars and about great guitar playing, so if you are going to get cranky because it's not all heavy enough for you, come back on the next episode and we'll have, enough heavy. So I think that this is more of like homework for guitar players. This, whenever we do a Guitarded episode, which, we will be doing more of. I think I've done a couple before, but I never called them the Guitarded episode. So we'll just call this Guitarded episode number 1. So I know everybody is about some metal, so don't worry. Just relax there, kitty cat. It's coming. I promise we get some Davidius up later and just calm down. Take a Xanax or something, okay? It's going to be okay. It's going to be amazing music. Arbor coming up right now on the Guitarded episode from OKC in the Moose Pit Studios with the Moose. You're damn right.
Hi, this is Fern, the vocalist of Pain, Love, and War, and you're listening to The Metal Moose.
A little bit of Pain, Love, and War right there. Thanks for calling in. You can call in and leave your message as well on the, I came up with a cool little name for it the other day, like the Bloodline. 424-666-7356. You can call, leave a voicemail, but I'm just warning you right now, we're going to probably put it on the air. Even if you say bad things about me, then it was definitely going on the air. I love the ones that are not kind. But anyway, yeah, just call. It's open 24/7, 365. Give us a call and leave a message and say what you want to say about the show or about me, or, I don't know, just tell us that you're cutting your toenails, whatever you want to do. One of the things I love about guitar stuff is that Arbor is not really a kind of band that I would listen to, and there's nothing wrong with that, but the point that I'm getting at is that there are crazy good musicians in all genres. Did you guys listen to the bass line going on that song? Holy Jesus. I don't know what kind of alien fingers you have to have and time signatures you have to be able to understand to play that, but that was amazing. Cool tune, like I said, not really, it's really grungy. It was a little dirty production wise, which is a kind of a turn off for me, if you guys know that I am big on production. But if you're a kid and you're wanting to learn how to play guitar and yada yada yada, or even if you're just a guy like me who digs cool guitar, you're going to find really good guitar players in a lot of genres. I think that's one of the dirty little secrets about all of the 80s glam bands, Paul Gilbert, Andy Timmons, Reb Beach. I mean, oh my God, some of the most incredible players. George freaking Lynch, for God's sakes. And then the cat from Loudness, he was pretty good. I don't remember his name. It's I can't speak that language anyway. So yeah, man, so many good guitar players out there that you just never knew about because they were in glam bands, and that last band just had that grunge kind of metal feel to it, almost like Helmet a little bit. But no disrespect to Paige Hamilton, love Helmet, but anyway, this one's got a little metal flair to it. You might dig on this one. Astral Display with Control. Dig it, seriously.
Hey Moose, let's see that nipple pierce.
Hello there, grind children. This is the Grind Mother, and you are listening to the Metal Moose Show.
Very, very impressive there. You know, the thing that I like about that is that this seems to me, and I don't know, maybe I'm just behind in the scene or whatever, but this growing trend of really, really nice, well-layered, clean vocals and heavy music. And I'm not talking about pseudo skinny jean pop heavy music, you know, and don't get me wrong, like there are some bands that can pull it off to perfection, like Atreyu. I think The Curse is one incredible slab of metal, but I'm not talking about, you know, 13 Stones kind of sappy emo heavy. I'm talking about heavy ass bands like that having beautiful multi-layer vocals. And I'll give you a great example on a whole different level. And if you like guitars, the Faceless with their latest with Autotheism, holy hell, the vocals are not the harshest vocals, along with the most incredible soaring clean vocals, and good God, the music is as progressive as it gets. By the way, earlier in the show, I think I said Progtronics. It's a Prog Sphere. Look them up on Bandcamp. You can find most of the music you're going to hear today. So, yeah, man, I like it. I think that was a good tune. I loved the tone of the guitar solo. It still has that. I'm really trying to learn to stomach the really non-distorted low notes. Down, 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 down. It's so clean and sharp that it's almost unnerving to listen to. But yeah, man, you know, I'm getting used to it. I'm trying to understand why, you know, if you want to play that low, why are you not crunching it up? Are you just trying to break through the distortion of the other guitar? Maybe I'm thinking too much about it. Probably, you know, I'm just sit back and enjoy it. But it gets hard to, it's almost like a too bright of a bass tone. You know, it sounds really cool at first, and then you're like, okay, let's add some thickness into that, please, because it's just too bright. But we continue with Avandra, The Threshold of Evolution. Can't wait for this one.
The moose is loose.
This is Brandon from Fall River Massacre, and you're listening to the Metal Moose.
So Evandra there with the, wow, that was really, there was some like flavorings of Black Sabbath in there, which I thought was, maybe it was just me, but very interesting. Also, little Sabotage, even Circle to Circle, if you want to get, right down into itty bitty, semantics and cut downs of the song. Really beautiful vocal passages, great guitar playing, nice clean guitar parts, production very nice. Wow, man, that was cool. That's like had a little rip in there, little arpeggiatic magic, if you will. So yeah, man, that was a really cool tune. I would wear that shirt. So I don't know if any of these guitar bands ever listen to the show or not, but if you do, and I'm playing your song and I say that I would like a shirt, I totally would really like a shirt. And of course, the reason behind that is when I wear a shirt, because of what I do, people are like, "Oh, who the hell is that?" And I get to tell them it's this awesome band that you need to hear, because I don't wear bands that suck. I don't wear their shirts. So you guys do not suck. That was a badass, beautiful song. I'd like to hear more of your material. Really good. So listen, I haven't taken the time to talk to you guys about the Metalhead Box. Make sure and go to themetalheadbox.com or find them on Facebook or Pinterest or Instagram. Amazing company that has a subscription service where they send you out a box full of metal goodness every month. I get the big box, which comes with a shirt and magazines and all kinds of crazy cool stuff, buttons and pins and patches, and I need to make my Possessed jacket. I got a Possessed patch in the last box. I'm gonna take my Dickies jacket and just slap that Possessed to make it look like a work jacket. Yeah, man. So Larry Lalonde, he's a guitar guy, right? Anybody out there catch that reference? He was in Possessed before he was in Primus. Thank you. Yeah. Cool. So Diary of Misanthropy, Distance Between Us on Soundcheck.
Hey, this is David, bass player from Texas, and you're listening to Metal Moose Radio.
Diary of My Misanthropy there with a little bit of goth influence, kind of. I say goth, like Catatonia at Rapture, kind of Opeth, kind of gothy, November's Doom kind of stuff, which I love all of those bands. So I'm into that. That was cool. I mean, it wasn't like a lick fest or anything, you know, there wasn't just like sweep arpeggiatic craziness. But I will say that one of the things that, being a guitar player myself, and one of the cool things about the beginning of that tune was it teaches you to remember, if you can't play a lick clean, then you can't really play it. So I know a lot of guitar players love to hide under distortion and under, fuzz tones. I get that. But if you go and you listen to guys like Eric Johnson or Ty Tiber, listen to people that play in clean mode, and because I can tell you that any good guitar teacher, guitar player will tell you the same thing. You should totally practice with no distortion, because your licks will be cleaner. They will be more complete. You won't have to hide under anything, because if you can play that arpeggio without any distortion on, it's going to sound even better when you crank up that gain and throw some distortion on it. So really cool, goth-esque, good playing, solid production. I liked it a lot. So yeah, I'm a fan. I would wear that shirt too. I'd give that easily a 3.75 taco rating, So we're right smack in the middle of the Guitarded episode. Number 1, we're just about an hour in. We get a whole another hour to go. Davidius coming up later, as well as one of my favorite instrumentals called Prosthetic Antlers. We'll get to that. I think that's the last cut on the show tonight, but a lot more amazing guitar playing on the way. If you like the guitar show, make sure and give us a text on the Bloodline there, 424-666-7356. Let us know what you think about the bands, about the show, about whatever, just call and give us a text or a voicemail. Voicemail will get you on the air, most definitely. Even if you hate me, those definitely get on the air. Those are fun. So coming up next, what an awesome use of effects these guys used. Dionia with Same Story. Cool tune. Check out the palm muted lick in the beginning of this. Nice tune. Let's get it on.
This is Cadaveria from Cadaveria Band, and you are listening to the Metal Moose.
convince yourself you're living in. Grow your dissonance where the privilege lies and reliving it. Grow your dissonance. Look at the reality that you've convinced yourself you're living in. It's just so sad. It's just so sad that you're just so sad. It's just too bad. It's just too bad that you've left yourself out of here with no one else. And brought us all to the edge of our seats for nothing more than a cheap look at a series of events that you tried to keep hidden inside yourself.
The moose is loose.
Wow. So, Denonia or Dionia, however you want to say it. So I like what I was trying to do there in the beginning was say, yeah, just pay attention to this cute little hand-beated palm riff in the beginning and just throw you guys off. And I guarantee you within the first 45 seconds of that song, somebody was going, really? This is it? This is kind of cute. And then they didn't just go like math metal. They went like calculus metal, like I don't even know what kind of math that was. It was string theory metal. Holy Jesus. Wow, some of those licks were insane. Great use of time signature, excellent use of different lick. They were strategically placed. It was like a battlefield of insanity. Really, really good. Of course, very Dillinger Escape Plan influenced. But wow, that was, I wouldn't even try to play that song. I wouldn't. No, I can't play any of it. I'm not going to act like I can. And, but I will play it on my show and go, oh my God, those guys are guitarded, I tell you. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's a fun word. I'm sure somebody will complain about how I'm being, non-compassionate towards, physically handicapped people, which has nothing to do with that. It has to do with dorks like me who love the guitar. So I'm not trying to make fun of you if you're physically handicapped. It's not just calm down. I've gotten enough of those emails. I'm not saying retarded. I'm saying guitarded. And it's not anything against you. I promise. I know that the whole world revolves around you. But this show, if you don't like it because I use words like guitarded, then move on. It's fine. We're going to keep doing what we do, no matter if you like the word guitarded or not. Yeah. So coming up next is a band, that I discovered on Facebook quite a while back, and I have really, really become a fan of theirs. Female vocalist, but it's a prog metal band with a female vocalist, but they also released the instrumental version of their album. It's a band called Davidius, yeah, you gotta love them. You gotta love them. The song is called Deja Vu, and you gotta check it out because it is a 5 damn metal tacos. And the videos, please, can I have a shirt? Just, I need one bad. I'm gonna have to break down and buy like 7 of them. Here we go. Get into this one.
This is Brett Schlegel from Skeleton Wolf, and you are listening to The Metal Moose.
Do you feel me pulling you in? Can't you closer? Licking your skin. I dream of that place. I dream of that place. Wide awake.
This is Noah Shark from Moto Grader, and you're listening to Metal Moose Radio.
Not a single note, not a single second of that tune or of Davidius's entire record do I have a bad word about it. It's really well crafted. The performances are flawless. The vocals are fantastic. It is record label worthy material. Somebody should snatch this band up and put them on the road. Open it up for Arch Enemy or something, because they're incredible and they deserve a lot of attention. I'm a big fan. I just can't help myself on that one. So if you've not heard of them before, we have played them on Soundcheck before. Normally we don't do that a whole lot, play bands more than once, but when you're that good, I mean, why the hell not? So incredibly awesome. I do real quick in this monologue want to send our thoughts and prayers out to the people in Houston and Southern Texas, Corpus Christi and Port Aransas, and everybody that's underwater right now. I was down in Dallas just a few days. As a matter of fact, the day that Harvey hit, I was in Dallas visiting my sister, and it's just a nasty situation whenever this, hurricanes hit like this, and it's awful. So our thoughts go out to you, Lisa Lemon. Our interview gal lives down in the Houston area, as well as our friends at Maximum Distortion and the Acadia people. Just listen, man, take care of yourselves. Don't worry about us and the metal. It's all going to be okay. You guys take care of you and your families. And like I said, our hearts and prayers are with you. Take care of yourselves. And hopefully you got some good metal to listen to, so you can listen to this show. And have something to keep you busy, until hopefully somebody can come and get you to a safe place. And, God, I can't stand it. I live in Oklahoma where it's tornado alley, but the hurricanes are a whole different thing, man. So, yeah, man. So we're thinking about you. We appreciate you. And just stay safe and take care of each other. Dreams in Stereo coming out of the Moose Pit Studios in OKC. This is Soundcheck.
Hi, this is Twister, singer from Maximize, based in London, England, alternative progressive metal band. We're listening to the Metal Moose. It's a great show. Stay cool. Bye.
Witness, drive through, see me here. I've got something to prove. With only so much time, but I'll fight till the day I die. I've spent so long thinking about how I will find you out. I am not wonderful. I will fight, I won't fall. 1 a.m. I am on the verge of the end.
TCH'E Sorrow from the Brethren, and you're rocking with Moose Radio.
You're damn right. So I wanted to bring up that sometimes great guitar work isn't always about super shred or super low tuning or crazy polyrhythms. Sometimes, like one of my favorite guitar players or guitar music to listen to is Robert Smith and The Cure. Sometimes it's about soundscape, and sometimes it's about moving you to different places with the sounds and the textures and the way they are played. And that was a great example of that. I mean, there was anything that was in that song by A Dreams in Stereo that was just like mind blowing, but it took you somewhere else with the emotions they created with the guitar, and that's a big deal. I mean, it doesn't always have to be, Harry K. Cody from Shotgun Messiah just blazing, splinters off of the guitar. Sometimes it's just about the moods that can be created. Like another great example of that is Marty Friedman's Tibet album. Great record, just mood music. And so I appreciated that tune. Not so much on the guitar shred level as much as, hey, let's create some. I have said it so many times on the show, I love guitar players that actually realize that there's knobs on the amp and you can make different tones and knobs on your guitar, and you can do different guitar, different things, and even miking your amps in the studio and just making cool phrasing and a different way to listen to the guitar as opposed to just shred city. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my shred, but it's cool when a band can take you to a different place, and that's as fun as well. So it's guitarded in a different kind of a way, but I'm a different kind of guitarded dude. There's no doubt about that. So coming up next, we got a band called Edge of Haze with a song called Into the Red Sun, and that's right here on Soundcheck, coming to you from OKC, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and the Moose Pit Studios. This is Moose and Soundcheck.
Hey, Moose, let's see that nipple pierce.
Thank
show your rack, Cheetos, and rubber chickens.
Edge of Haze there, man. Love that dry tone. Super cool groove. Reminded me of Joey Tafola at points there. Of course, there's a little Dream Theater influence there, but, you know, how the hell can you be a prog band and not have that? So, incredible tune, man. Super, super great vocal performance. But the production was really good. Bass tone was excellent. I liked it a lot. And that's another thing. I think that sometimes when these guitar shred people go into a band situation, they seem to write really, really cool songs. And I know that, oh my God, you know, in certain worlds, you know, writing a song is just an absolute sin, but not to me. I like it. A full written song. It was gorgeous. Good tune. I would wear the shirt for sure. I would give that a 4.25 on the old taco scale. Nice song, man. It was just, I can't have enough good things to say about that. It was a little breathy, you know, a little lengthy, I think, for the average consumer. But I think that most prog is going to be like that. Most prog stuff is either too long or too chaotic. I know that there are people that can't listen to math metal because it's just too much for their brain. But I thought it was an excellent tune. Like I said, a little lengthy for me. It's a band that I would go back and listen to more of, for sure, because it had quality. It had a lot of, I like the arrangement. Everything was good about it. So that's somebody I would go back and listen to. And if you know me and you listen to the show, that's not something that happens very often. I just usually play it and move on. But that piqued my interest enough to maybe go back and check out some more stuff. So if you're in Edge of Haze and you want to send me a zip of some of your music, I'd be glad to listen to that. Hey, listen real quick. I also wanted to bring this up. And listen, if you're a guitar player or you know a wicked guitar player that you think should be on the Guitarded episodes of Soundcheck, make sure and tell them it's really easy to send music in. Hell, just find me on Facebook. And I want to do as much guitar stuff as I can because I love it. It's one of my favorite things. I can't do it all the time because, you know, Andrew over at All the Shreds, he'll be pissed. So I don't want to do it all the time because a lot of people aren't guitarded enough for all the time. But there's a lot of bands out there too, so it's not just about guitars. Emperor of Mind, now.
The moose is loose.
contradiction in the principle of the universe and everything in phenomena, whether it's the physical world or the biological world or the social world, has its internal contradiction that gives motion to things, that internal strain.
Hi, my name's Twister. I sing for London band Maximize, alternative and progressive metal. I'm listening to the Moose.
Damn, Emperor Mind, step back a little bit, don't hurt him. Wow, it was like Genty math mix. I think every fret on that guitar was touched at some point. It was like a guitar orgy. It was just madness, and it was a little weird. It kind of reminded me of that the way George Lynch would just come almost would bend himself into tune from a way off distance, and that was the chaos of the off-tune bend was a little like weird for me to get into, and then I kind of went, this guy is doing things that I've never dreamt of doing. Oh wow, sorry, that yawn is not for the band. That yawn is because I've been up working all day. So yeah, listen, Emperor Mind, really, really damn good. That's another band that I would go back and listen to more of, just because it was interesting. It kept my attention. It had I liked the arrangement because it kept moving. It didn't just stay in one place, which is a big deal for me. Even in the most cookie cutter, common guitar stuff, I like it to move. I like it to have movements and textures and different things. So it definitely had that, and I was impressed. I would give that a 4.5 taco, which means I'm keeping half of the fifth taco for myself because I needed to eat after I expended all the energy listening to that amazingness. So, wow, I would wear that shirt too. I'd be like, yeah, if you think you can play guitar, if you want to just try to play this, good luck on that one. So, wow, I'd love to see the tab to that song. It looks like just like ants on fire running across the paper. Coming up is my favorite instrumental of all time because it was written for me. That's right, by my good friends in Machine in the Mountain. This next song is called Prosthetic Antlers, and I asked them to write me a song, and they did, and it's badass. So enjoy this from our good friends in Tulsa, Machine in the Mountain, on Soundcheck.
You are listening to the Metal Moose.
Thanks for tuning into Soundcheck in the Guitarded edition. We're going to call this Guitarded edition number 1. I'd love to do more Guitarded shows. So like I said, if you know some bands with some amazing guitar players, or even if they're just solo artists, whatever, we'll play it. Progressive death metal, progressive jazz, progressive rock, whatever, neo-core, whatever you want to call it, man. Thanks to Machine in the Mountain, of course, for writing that amazing tune for me. Make sure to check them out on Reverb Nation and Bandcamp and all those places, and pick up a CD. That is on one of their albums. I don't know which one, but it is, and they're awesome dudes anyway. So listen, man, make sure to check out the Metalhead Box. Like I told you earlier in the show, go to themetalheadbox.com. Thanks to our good friends at Tornado Tattoo here in Oklahoma City, the official tattoo artists of the Metal Moose and Mama Moose, and hell, a bunch of our friends, because we tell everybody to go there because they're kick-ass people. Josh Poindexter, Holly, and the whole staff over there are amazing. So, listen, I say it at the end of every show, I'm going to say it again. You wake up, you kick ass, you be kind, you repeat. That's just the way we do things. You take care of each other. Once again, last but not least, our hearts go out to the people in Houston and Southern Texas dealing with Harvey. And make sure and catch all the interviews that we put up this week. Bob Kulik and Motor Grader, as well as Corroded. Lisa Lemon is going to be real busy with a bunch of interviews, so we'll be posting all those as well. Metal Girl Media is her site if you want to find her on Facebook. We'd love to find you on Facebook. We're there, Metal Moose Podcast, and the Moose Crew, spelled like Motley Crue, C-R-U-E. Yeah, man, so it's been a lot of fun doing this, as always. We do this twice a week. Now, my work schedule just changed, so I might get a Thursday show in, I might not. Hell, I don't know. So, and listen, Mama Moose is going in for surgery on Friday, so I'm going to be out of touch this weekend. If you're trying to get a hold of me, just email me and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. We're going to take care of Mom, so that's a big deal. Mama Moose is way more popular than I am, so you guys take care of each other, man. Have a great week, and thanks for listening to the show. Thanks to all the radio stations carrying the show. Make sure and find us on iTunes, on YouTube, on TuneIn, on Stitcher Radio, Spreaker, and Mixcloud, even on Pinterest. You can find us there. So wherever you can get to us, listen to us. Did I say iHeartRadio? Yeah. Make sure and find us, listen to us, and share it with your friends. I dare you, I challenge you to share this with your friends and get it out there as much as possible. This is Moose getting ready to pack it in. It is 1:04 a.m., and I need to hit the rack. So until next time, from the Moose Pit here in OKC, from the Moose, take care.
The Metal Moose is on the air across the globe, he's everywhere. CO dust all over the place, on the mic and in his face. New school, old school doesn't care. If it rocks, you'll find it here. Look out, world, he's on the loose. The